Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale. The iconic opening line of Gilligan's Island takes us straight back to one of the most beloved sitcoms in television history. Whether you were captivated by the antics of Gilligan, the charm of Mary Ann, or the eccentricity of the Howells, this show carved out a permanent place in pop culture. Over the decades, Gilligan's Island has remained a fan favorite, offering humor, camaraderie, and a touch of paradise, albeit a stranded one. Welcome to Celebrities Paradise, where nostalgia meets curiosity. Today, we're embarking on an unforgettable journey through the world of Gilligan's Island. This classic series introduced us to a cast of quirky characters, each with their unique charm and comedic flair. Together, they faced endless mishaps on a deserted island, turning what could have been a tale of despair into a joyous, laughter-filled escape for audiences worldwide. But have you ever wondered what happened to the stars of Gilligan's Island after the camera stopped rolling? These talented actors brought to life the lovable castaways who kept us entertained for 98 episodes. From Hollywood careers to personal milestones, their lives after the show have been as fascinating as their time on the island. Before we dive into the lives of these legendary actors, let's take a moment to appreciate what made Gilligan's Island so special. Airing from 1964 to 1967, the show became a surprise hit. Initially dismissed by critics, but later beloved by audiences. Its mix of slapstick humor, unforgettable characters, and the catchy theme song captured the hearts of viewers, making it a syndicated treasure long after its original run. In this video, we'll take a closer look at each of the castaways, their contributions to the series, and the paths their careers took after leaving the island behind. From Bob Denver's lovable portrayal of Gilligan to Dawn Wells' iconic role as the sweet and resourceful Mary Ann, we'll explore their lasting legacies. And yes, we'll even uncover a few behind-the-scenes secrets about the making of this timeless classic. But that's not all. Along the way, we'll reflect on the enduring legacy of Gilligan's Island. Despite its seemingly lighthearted premise, the show offered valuable lessons about teamwork, resilience, and friendship. It's no wonder that generations of fans continue to revisit the series, finding joy and comfort in its hilarious escapades. So grab your coconuts, adjust your captain's hat, and get ready to set sail on this nostalgic journey. And before we embark, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming dives into TV and film history. Now, let's see where the cast of Gilligan's Island is today and how they've left an indelible mark on the entertainment world. Anchors away. Bob Denver as Gilligan. We begin with the face of the series, the goofy, well-meaning first mate Gilligan. Bob Denver brought Gilligan to life with a mix of slapstick comedy and heartfelt sincerity, turning the clumsy character into the heart and soul of Gilligan's Island. Whether he was inadvertently foiling rescue plans or creating hilarious chaos, Gilligan's charm made him one of the most endearing figures in television history. Denver's portrayal resonated with audiences, making Gilligan a timeless character beloved by fans of all ages. Before landing the role of Gilligan, Bob Denver was already a television star thanks to his role as the beatnik Maynard G. Krebs on The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. However, it was Gilligan's Island that catapulted him to household name status. Denver's natural comedic timing and ability to balance Gilligan's bumbling persona with genuine warmth made him the cornerstone of the show. As the perpetually unlucky first mate, he embodied the show's whimsical spirit, often playing the foil to the skipper's bluster and the other castaways' plans. After the series ended in 1967, Denver continued to embrace his connection to Gilligan's Island. He reprised the role in several spin-offs and reunion specials, including The New Adventures of Gilligan and Rescue from Gilligan's Island. Though he explored other acting opportunities, starring in shows like The Good Guys and Dusty's Trail, none matched the success or cultural impact of Gilligan's Island. Still, his dedication to entertaining audiences kept him a fixture on television for years. Denver's career wasn't limited to acting. Later in life, he became a radio personality, hosting a show alongside his wife, Dreama, where he shared stories from his Hollywood days and connected with fans who had followed his journey since his early career. Through his humor and humility, Denver endeared himself to new generations, ensuring his work would not fade from memory. Despite his comedic persona, Bob Denver valued privacy and a quiet life away from the Hollywood spotlight. He lived in West Virginia with his wife and worked tirelessly to support various charitable causes. His humility and down-to-earth nature were qualities that fans and colleagues admired, and he remained a cherished figure within the entertainment industry. Tragically, Bob Denver passed away in 2005 at the age of 70 due to complications from cancer treatments. While his loss was deeply felt by fans around the world, his legacy endures through the timeless joy he brought to television screens. The character of Gilligan remains a symbol of hope, innocence, and humor, a testament to Denver's exceptional talent. Today, as audiences continue to revisit the misadventures of the SS Minnow crew, Bob Denver's legacy as Gilligan lives on. His comedic genius and lovable portrayal remind us that even the clumsiest among us can be the heart of the team. From his iconic sailor's hat to his unforgettable smile, Bob Denver's Gilligan remains a cornerstone of classic television, bringing laughter to millions long after his passing. Alan Hale Jr. as the Skipper. When it comes to Gilligan's Island, few characters were as unforgettable as the Skipper. Played by Alan Hale Jr., the burly, lovable captain of the SS Minnow was a commanding presence who perfectly balanced authority with a sense of humor. His booming voice and stern yet playful demeanor made him the perfect foil to Gilligan's bumbling antics. Who could forget the countless times the skipper scolded Gilligan with his signature bop on the head, a gesture that became synonymous with their dynamic? Alan Hale Jr. brought genuine warmth to the role, turning what could have been a stereotypical gruff sea captain into a deeply endearing character. The skipper's friendship with Gilligan formed the emotional core of the show, as their mishaps and camaraderie added both humor and heart to every episode. Hale's performance resonated with audiences, making the skipper one of television's most beloved authority figures. Before Gilligan's Island, Hale already had an impressive resume, having appeared in over 200 films and television shows, often in westerns and adventure stories. However, it was his role as the skipper that defined his career and solidified his place in television history. Hale embraced the role wholeheartedly, often appearing in character for public events, commercials, and even charity functions, delighting fans who cherished the lovable captain. Following the series' end, Alan Hale Jr. continued to celebrate the legacy of Gilligan's Island. He appeared in spin-offs like Rescue from Gilligan's Island and The Castaways on Gilligan's Island, reprising his iconic role. Beyond acting, Hale made a splash in the restaurant business by opening Alan Hale's Lobster Barrel in Los Angeles. True to his generous and approachable nature, he often greeted diners in full skipper attire, creating a memorable experience for fans who visited. Hale's connection to his character was more than professional. It was deeply personal. Known for his warmth and genuine love for his fans, Hale was often described as the real-life embodiment of the skipper's larger-than-life personality. Whether entertaining guests at his restaurant or making appearances at conventions, he exuded the same charm and kindness that made the skipper so beloved. Sadly, Alan Hale Jr. passed away in 1990 at the age of 68, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and unforgettable moments. His portrayal of the skipper remains a defining highlight of Gilligan's Island, a character that continues to bring smiles to audiences decades later. Today, as new generations discover the series, the skipper lives on as a symbol of loyalty, humor, and friendship. Alan Hale Jr.'s portrayal remains a testament to his talent and dedication, ensuring that the captain of the SS Minnow will forever hold a special place in television history. Dawn Wells as Mary Ann Summers. The sweet and wholesome Mary Ann Summers, brought to life by Dawn Wells, remains one of the most beloved characters in Gilligan's Island. With her warm smile, endearing personality, and iconic pigtails, Mary Ann represented the quintessential girl next door, a stark contrast to the glamorous Ginger. Fans adored her down-to-earth nature, her quick wit, and her memorable culinary skills. Who could forget her famous coconut cream pies, which became a symbol of Mary Ann's resourcefulness and charm? Dawn Wells captured the essence of Mary Ann with ease, making her a relatable and lovable figure for audiences. Mary Ann's kind heart and optimism were a grounding force amidst the chaos of the castaways' antics, and her character's depth made her a fan favorite. Wells' performance helped Mary Ann become an enduring symbol of simplicity, kindness, and resilience. Following the conclusion of Gilligan's Island, Dawn Wells continued to build a successful career in film, television, and theater. She appeared in a variety of guest roles on popular shows, starred in several movies, and took to the stage in numerous productions. Beyond acting, she embraced her role as Mary Ann, often participating in fan events and reunions, celebrating the legacy of the show that made her a household name. Dawn also ventured into writing, penning a cookbook titled Mary Ann's Gilligan's Island Cookbook. Filled with recipes inspired by the show and behind-the-scenes anecdotes, the book delighted fans who were eager for a taste of life on the island. Her involvement in projects like this demonstrated her love for her character and her fans, solidifying her as a cherished figure in pop culture. In addition to her professional achievements, Wells dedicated much of her time to philanthropy and community work. She was involved in charitable initiatives, particularly those that supported actors in need, and often used her platform to give back. Her kindness extended far beyond her on-screen persona, embodying the very qualities that made Mary Ann so beloved. Sadly, Dawn Wells passed away in December 2020 at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy that continues to touch the hearts of fans. Her passing was a profound loss for the entertainment world, but her role as Mary Ann Summers ensures that she will always be remembered with fondness. Even today, as new audiences discover Gilligan's Island, Mary Ann remains a symbol of hope, kindness, and perseverance. Dawn Wells' heartfelt portrayal immortalized a character that continues to resonate, proving that sometimes the simplest qualities, kindness, humility, and love, leave the most lasting impressions. Tina Louise as Ginger Grant. The dazzling Ginger Grant, played by Tina Louise, brought a slice of Hollywood glamour to the shores of Gilligan's Island. With her charm, elegance, and penchant for drama, Ginger was the epitome of sophistication among the group of castaways. Whether she was dazzling the others with tales of her movie stardom or using her acting skills to help the group out of trouble, Ginger's flair for the dramatic made her a standout character. Tina Louise infused Ginger with a blend of humor and allure, captivating viewers and adding a unique dynamic to the ensemble cast. Before landing the role of Ginger, Tina Louise was already an established actress and singer, known for her beauty and talent. Her performance as the glamorous movie star brought a sense of contrast to the island's otherwise down-to-earth crew, making Ginger an unforgettable part of the series. Tina's ability to balance humor with sophistication turned Ginger into a beloved television icon, earning her legions of fans. After Gilligan's Island concluded, Tina Louise sought to expand her acting career by taking on more dramatic roles. Determined to avoid being typecast as Ginger, she appeared in critically acclaimed films like The Stepford Wives, 1975, and Dog Day Afternoon, 1975, showcasing her versatility and depth as an actress. Tina also explored theater and continued to work in television, proving her talent extended far beyond the comedic realm of the island. Tina's career journey was not without challenges. Her decision to distance herself from her role as Ginger sometimes led to misconceptions about her feelings toward the show. However, she remained grateful for the opportunities Gilligan's Island provided, and her fans continued to celebrate her iconic portrayal of Ginger. Despite the initial typecasting concerns, Tina's commitment to honing her craft earned her respect within the entertainment industry. Beyond acting, Tina Louise has made significant contributions in other areas. She is a published author, having written several books, including a memoir and a children's book, When I Grow Up. Her creative pursuits reflect her multifaceted talent and enduring passion for storytelling. In addition to her artistic endeavors, Tina has been active in philanthropy, dedicating her time to causes close to her heart, including education and literacy programs. Now in her 80s, Tina Louise stands as one of the last surviving cast members of Gilligan's Island. Despite the years that have passed since her time on the island, she continues to inspire both fans and fellow artists with her grace, resilience, and contributions to the world of entertainment. Her portrayal of Ginger remains a cherished part of television history, a testament to her skill and charisma. Tina Louise's enduring legacy is a reminder of the timeless charm of Gilligan's Island and its ability to bring joy to generations of viewers. As Ginger Grant, she gave audiences a character who embodied glamour, humor, and heart, ensuring her place in the annals of television history. Jim Backus as Thurston Howell. Thurston Howell III, the extravagant and hilariously aloof millionaire, was a character only someone like Jim Backus could bring to life. With his impeccable comedic timing, booming voice, and signature quips, Backus transformed Howell into a character that viewers loved to laugh at. Howell's over-the-top antics, obsession with wealth, and cluelessness about survival gave the show some of its funniest and most memorable moments. Paired with his equally eccentric wife, Lovey, played by Natalie Schafer, Howell's antics captured the comedic contrast between privilege and the absurdity of being marooned on an island. Before Gilligan's Island, Jim Backus was already a household name, particularly as the iconic voice of the nearsighted and endearing cartoon character, Mr. Magoo. This role showcased his ability to balance slapstick humor with charm, making him one of the most recognizable voices of his era. Backus also had a significant career in film, appearing in classics like Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, where he played James Dean's emotionally conflicted father. His versatility as an actor spanned comedy, drama, and animation, demonstrating his extraordinary range. After Gilligan's Island, Backus continued to entertain audiences with appearances on television, in films, and as the voice of Mr. Magoo in various projects. In addition to his acting work, Backus was also an accomplished writer. He co-authored several books with his wife, Henny Backus, including humorous autobiographies like Only When I Laugh and a lighthearted cookbook that revealed the funny side of their lives in Hollywood. These works gave fans a deeper insight into the man behind the roles, showcasing his wit and love for storytelling. Backus's ability to embrace his iconic roles while branching out into new creative endeavors earned him lasting admiration in the entertainment world. While Thurston Howell III may have been out of touch with the realities of island life, Backus himself was deeply connected with his audience and the evolving entertainment landscape. He maintained a vibrant presence in the industry, delighting fans until his health began to decline. Jim Backus passed away in 1989 at the age of 76 after battling Parkinson's disease, but his legacy remains strong. Whether as the eccentric millionaire Thurston Howell III or the lovable Mr. Magoo, his contributions to comedy and film have left an indelible mark on pop culture. Fans of Gilligan's Island continue to cherish his hilarious portrayal of Howell, a character whose humor and charm added a unique dimension to the show. Today, Jim Backus is remembered as a comedic legend, a performer whose talent and charisma brought joy to generations. His ability to create characters that were larger than life, yet somehow relatable, ensures his place in the hearts of fans and in the history of television comedy. Natalie Schafer as Lovey Howell. Lovey Howell, the delightfully posh and ever-charming millionaire's wife, was brought to life by Natalie Schafer. Her refined mannerisms, witty remarks, and lavish lifestyle provided a humorous contrast to the rugged, resourceful setting of the deserted island. Schafer's portrayal of Lovey, affectionately nicknamed Lovey by her husband, Thurston Howell III, added a touch of high society elegance to the show's ensemble. Her unwavering devotion to Thurston and her comedic flair made Lovey an irreplaceable part of Gilligan's Island. Natalie Schafer was no stranger to the world of acting before her role as Lovey. A veteran of Broadway and early television, Schafer brought sophistication and grace to every role she played. Her background in theater gave her a knack for comedic timing, which shone brightly in her scenes on Gilligan's Island. Her chemistry with Jim Backus, who played Thurston Howell III, was a major highlight of the series, as their banter and mutual affection endeared them to audiences everywhere. After Gilligan's Island ended, Schafer remained active in Hollywood, making guest appearances in popular television series such as The Love Boat and Phyllis. While she largely embraced her identity as Lovey Howell, Schafer also pursued other creative endeavors, demonstrating her versatility and dedication to her craft. She was highly regarded by her peers for her professionalism and charm, both on and off the screen. Beyond acting, Schafer was known for her generous spirit. A private individual in many respects, she dedicated much of her wealth to philanthropic causes, particularly those supporting animal welfare. Upon her passing in 1991 at the age of 90, she left a significant portion of her estate to organizations focused on the care and protection of animals, reflecting her deep love for them throughout her life. Schaefer's legacy as Lovey Howell continues to captivate fans of all generations. Her character's comedic grace, paired with her endearing quirks, made her a standout on Gilligan's Island. The blend of elegance and humor she brought to the role ensured that Lovey Howell became a timeless figure in television history. Even today, Natalie Schafer is celebrated as a true icon of classic television. Her contributions to Gilligan's Island and her commitment to giving back to the world showcase her as more than just a talented actress, but also a remarkable individual whose warmth and generosity are fondly remembered. Her portrayal of Lovey Howell remains a beloved part of TV history, reminding fans of the joy she brought to screens around the world. Russell Johnson as the Professor. The brilliant and resourceful Professor, played by Russell Johnson, was the intellectual cornerstone of Gilligan's Island. Known for his ingenious ability to craft gadgets and solve problems with limited resources, the Professor epitomized creativity and resilience. Whether he was devising ways to generate electricity from coconuts or building tools from salvaged materials, his scientific prowess kept the group hopeful for survival. However, in true comedic fashion, his brilliance was often offset by his inability to repair the fateful ship that stranded them. Johnson's portrayal brought a sense of rationality and calm to the chaotic antics of the island's other residents. Russell Johnson's career was already flourishing before Gilligan's Island, with appearances in classic films like It Came from Outer Space and This Island Earth. He also had a recurring presence in westerns and science fiction dramas, showcasing his versatile acting chops. His role as the Professor, however, became his most iconic, earning him a place in pop culture history. The character's intelligence and charm resonated with audiences, making him a favorite among fans of the show. After the series ended, Johnson continued his acting career with guest roles in popular TV shows such as The Twilight Zone, Dynasty, and MacGyver. While he didn't achieve the same level of fame as he did with Gilligan's Island, he embraced the lasting impact of the Professor. Johnson often attended fan conventions, delighting audiences with stories from the set and celebrating the legacy of the beloved sitcom. Later in life, Johnson authored Here on Gilligan's Isle, a memoir where he shared his experiences playing the Professor and reflected on his journey as an actor. His connection with fans deepened as he openly embraced his identity as a pop culture icon. Despite the comedic setting of the show, Johnson spoke fondly of how the Professor inspired generations to think creatively and approach challenges with ingenuity. Russell Johnson also devoted himself to philanthropic causes, particularly those supporting education. A former U.S. Army Air Forces officer, Johnson valued knowledge and learning, often speaking at events that highlighted the importance of STEM fields. His advocacy reinforced the positive influence of his on-screen persona, bridging entertainment and real-world inspiration. In 2014, Russell Johnson passed away at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy that transcended his role on Gilligan's Island. Fans and fellow actors alike mourned the loss of the man who brought intelligence and humor to millions. His portrayal of the Professor remains a touchstone for resourcefulness, proving that even in the silliest situations, creativity and knowledge can shine through. The legacy of Russell Johnson lives on through reruns of Gilligan's Island and the enduring love of fans. As the Professor, he didn't just solve problems, he created a character that stands as a symbol of perseverance and intellect, forever anchored in the hearts of viewers worldwide. Behind-the-scenes fun facts. As much as we all love Gilligan's Island, it wasn't always seen as a hit in its early days. Initially dismissed by critics for its slapstick humor and simple premise, the show gradually found its place in the hearts of viewers. It was through syndication, where reruns gained traction, that Gilligan's Island became a true cultural phenomenon. The show's quirky blend of eccentric characters, zany antics, and the desert island scenario was something the audience didn't know they needed, but soon couldn't get enough of. The humor might have seemed silly at first, but it had a certain charm that made it timeless. One of the most fascinating aspects of the show's success is its iconic theme song, The Ballad of Gilligan's Isle, composed by Sherwood Schwartz, the show's creator. This simple yet unforgettable tune, sung by the cast, is one of the most recognizable television theme songs ever. The lyrics perfectly encapsulated the essence of the show. Just a bunch of lovable castaways stranded on a remote island, enduring mishaps and adventures, all while having fun. The catchiness of the tune, along with its ability to summarize the entire premise in just a minute, made it impossible for audiences not to sing along. Fun fact, did you know that the island itself wasn't a real place? Instead, it was filmed on the backlot of a Hollywood studio, where an artificial beach was created, complete with palm trees and boulders. Despite being stuck on a seemingly isolated island, the show's stars had to deal with quite a bit of modern technology in the background, from wires for special effects to mics hidden in the sand. Another quirky behind-the-scenes tidbit is that the cast often had to improvise when it came to certain scenes. For example, Bob Denver, Gilligan, had to perform several of his own stunts, like climbing up trees and interacting with jungle animals, even though he wasn't always comfortable with heights. His dedication to his role made for some of the most memorable physical comedy moments on the show. Even though the show had its fair share of hurdles like tight filming schedules and constant rewrites, the cast remained tight-knit. They genuinely enjoyed each other's company, and that camaraderie translated into their on-screen chemistry. The Gilligan's Island cast truly became a family, and their love for the characters in the show lasted long after it ended. And here's a fun bit of trivia. Despite its eventual success, the cast of the show was often unsure of how the series would be received. Some of them even doubted if the show would make it through a full season. It wasn't until the reruns started airing that the show began to cement its place in television history, and the once unsure stars were suddenly getting fan mail and attending conventions. So, whether it was the catchy theme song, the unforgettable characters, or the quirky behind-the-scenes moments, Gilligan's Island remains one of the most beloved shows in TV history. It wasn't just the acting or the premise that made it last, it was the magic that happened when the cameras were off and the cast came together to create something truly special. The legacy of Gilligan's Island. Despite airing for only 3 seasons from 1964 to 1967, Gilligan's Island has achieved a legendary status that few shows of its time can match. What seemed like a lighthearted comedy about a group of castaways stranded on a deserted island quickly became a cultural touchstone, leaving behind a legacy that still resonates with audiences today. Its simple yet engaging premise, featuring a quirky group of characters trying to survive and make the best of their situation, made it a timeless classic. Over 50 years after it first aired, Gilligan's Island is still a beloved part of pop culture, with reruns and remakes continuing to attract new fans. The themes explored in Gilligan's Island, teamwork, humor, and resilience, are as relevant now as they were then. At its core, the show was about a group of individuals with wildly different backgrounds who learned to work together to overcome challenges despite their eccentricities and frequent mishaps. While Gilligan's antics often got in the way of their progress, the group's ability to remain unified even in the face of constant setbacks was something that viewers could admire. The camaraderie between the characters, from the skipper's leadership to Mary Ann's nurturing spirit, served as a reminder that even in the toughest of situations, collaboration and a good sense of humor can make all the difference. The show's impact is undeniable, and its characters have become cultural icons in their own right. Gilligan's good-natured mischief, the skipper's tough yet kind-hearted nature, and Mary Ann's sweet, down-to-earth charm still bring a smile to fans' faces. And who could forget the glamorous Ginger Grant or the ever-resourceful Professor? Each character brought something unique to the table, making the group dynamic one of the most memorable in television history. Even today, the catchy theme song remains stuck in our heads, and phrases like "Little Buddy" and "the skipper's bop on the head" are still widely referenced. What made Gilligan's Island truly special was its ability to combine slapstick comedy with clever writing and heartfelt moments. The show's humor, though often absurd, was anchored by the relatable struggles of the castaways, surviving on an island with limited resources, finding creative solutions, and building friendships. The bizarre situations they found themselves in were as entertaining as they were endearing. The charm of the show, however, went beyond the laughs. It taught viewers valuable life lessons about friendship, perseverance, and finding joy in the little things. The show's influence extends far beyond its original run. It has inspired countless parodies, references in other media, and even spin-offs, including animated versions and reunion specials. Its staying power and syndication has also made it a favorite for new generations who may never have watched it when it originally aired. Whether through the fan conventions or the lasting affection for the show's characters, Gilligan's Island has proven to be more than just a comedy. It is a part of television history. As we reflect on the enduring legacy of Gilligan's Island, it's clear that its charm continues to captivate audiences of all ages. The show's success wasn't just about the laughs, it was about creating characters and stories that felt warm and familiar, offering comfort and joy through its simple, heartfelt approach. Today, it's a shining example of how a fun, light-hearted show can leave a lasting impact on popular culture. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through Gilligan's Island, one of the greatest shows to ever hit the airwaves. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Celebrities Paradise for more trips down memory lane. We want to hear from you. Which Gilligan's Island castaway was your favorite and why? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, here's wishing you smooth sailing on all your adventures.